Good morning, everybody. Just want to remind you about our new workshop with Chava Avner for preparing for the high holidays. Take a look below and you'll see the details, but it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to daily work on preparing for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. I really encourage everyone to take advantage of this great class and this great workshop. It's really more of a workshop because it's going to be with real work and everybody's going to be participating. Moving along on our topic, which we began yesterday, which is, I mentioned that the world actually rests on 6 pillars, and those 6 pillars are the foundations upon which the world resides or the world is supported. If Rosh Hashanah is the day when God recreates the universe every year, he brings out the blueprint of creation and reinvents and rewrites the script and recreates the universe, then our job leading up to that could be to work very hard on building the pillars, supporting, reinforcing the pillars that the world's going to stand on when God recreates the world on Rosh Hashanah. And those 6 pillars I mentioned are Torah, Avoda, and Chesed, which means Torah learning, service of God, acts of loving kindness, and Din, Emes, and Shalom, judgment or justice, truthfulness, and peace. So what I want to suggest is that we will go through all 6 of these and briefly make suggestions and describe what they are. I don't think anybody should try to pick all 6 of them, but I think that everybody should try to pick 1 or 2 of these areas to focus on and to try to grow in and emphasize during the next 4 or 5 weeks leading up to Rosh Hashanah. So I want to start from the beginning. So one of the pillars upon which the Torah stands is, of course, Torah. The world stands on the pillar of Torah. What does that mean? It means that Torah is God's wisdom. Torah is Hashem communicating to us. You know, it's been said that when a person prays, when a person is doing tefillah or prayer, they're talking to God. When a person studies Torah, it's God speaking to them, because the Torah is synonymous with the Ratzon Hashem, the will of God. God's will, his desire, what he wants from us, how he wants us to act in this world, how he wants us to be as human beings and as Jews, and how he wants us to reach our potential is all contained in the wisdom of Torah. So what does it mean to fortify the pillar of Torah? It means to dedicate specific time, carved out time daily. It's not enough once a week to come to a Torah class. If we're serious about this, we need to carve out daily time for Torah study, for pursuing wisdom and understanding God's desire and God's mind, so to speak, getting into God's mindset and understanding the wisdom that he shared with us in the Torah. So I recommend everybody figure out somehow as a possibility of one of the pillars to work on. If you want to work on the pillar of Torah, first of all, carve out time. It's got to be carved out time. If you say, I'll do it at some time every day, it's not going to happen. Trust me, I know from experience. It's got to be carved out from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. or from 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. every morning or every night or whatever it is. I'm dedicating this half hour to pursuing Torah wisdom and Torah study. If anybody wants specific advice on different areas of Torah to focus on, feel free to reach out, because there's unlimited amount of Torah available to study in English. There's really no excuse anymore. You can't say, I don't read Hebrew. It's all there in English. I'm happy to help you figure out an area of Torah to focus on, so that is one of the pillars that we can work on during these days leading up to Rosh Hashanah. Have a great day.